When Dashratha shot Shravan, thinking that he was an animal, he felt sorry for Shravan. Shravan told about his incidents and told Dashratha to give water to his parents. After a moment, he died. When Dashratha told about this incident to Shravan's parents, they shouted in anger, cursed Dashratha, and they too died. When Dashratha narrated the entire incident to his guru Vashishta, Vashishta said that the curse is also a boon for getting a son and told that he had to do the Ashwamedha Yagna. And with that, Dashratha started preparing for the Yagna. While the yagna was going on, an angel appeared and handed a porridge to Dashratha. He told Dashratha that he should share this porridge to each of his wives and they would get children in a few years. Those few years have passed and the babies were born. Kausalya gave birth to Rama, Kaikai gave birth to Bharata, and Sumatra gave birth to Lakshmana and Shatrughna. The entire Ayodhya city celebrated the day with a lot of fireworks, dances, and decorations. All the princes grew up very soon. Rama was a master in riding elephants and horses. He was a great archer and charioteer and was always obedient to his father. Lakshmana was very amiable to his eldest brother Ram and was with him at all times. Rama would not eat unless he had Lakshmana by his side. Bharata and Shatrughna were also very devoted to Rama. Rama was the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, the protector of the universe. Lakshmana was the incarnation of Adisesha, the Nagaraja, the snake where Vishnu rests upon. Bharata was the incarnation of Shanka, Vishnu's conch shell, and Shatrughna was the incarnation of the Sudarshan Chakra, Vishnu's main weapon. The princess grew up for another few years, and then the greatest Brahma Rishi arrived at Ayodhya. He was Vishvamitra. Vishvamitra was the king of multiple dynasties. He had several wives and 9 sons. He was a great king. One day, he and his army were on an expedition. He came into a forest where the animals, both wild and domestic, were living like friends, and he saw a hermitage nearby. The minister said that this hermitage belonged to sage Vashishta. The king went inside the hermitage, and Vashishta asked him to be a guest, but he did not know how to feed the army. So he went to Nandini and asked for food. In the very next moment, a humongous feast was going on with a lot of fruits and vegetables. Vishvamitra never had such a meal in his life. He wanted to have the cow, but Vashishta refused to give the cow. Vishvamitra decided to use force to bring the cow. But Nandini broke the rope and ran as fast as the wind to Vashishta. Vashishta gave her a spell, and from the hair of Nandini's body, soldiers sprang up and a huge war happened between the two, which Vashishta won and killed 3 sons of Vishvamitra. Vishvamitra decided to pray to Shiva in order to get the powers like Vashishta and take his 3 sons' revenges. So he gave up his kingship and started meditating. Thousands of years have passed, and Lord Shiva came and granted Vishvamitra some weapons. But he still was not able to defeat Vashishta. Vishvamitra then decided to become a Brahma Rishi. He reached the ranks meditating for nearly thousands and thousands of years. Brahma gave him the title of Rishi, then Maharishi, and after another thousands of years, all the gods came up to Vishvamitra and he became a Brahma Rishi. But Vishvamitra wanted Vashishta to admit that he was a Brahma Rishi. So all the gods came up to Vashishta and told him to admit that Vishvamitra was a Brahma Rishi. Vashishta came up to Vishvamitra and told him that he was a Brahma Rishi. And with that, Vishvamitra got his revenge. Now let's get back to the story. Vishvamitra arrived at Ayodhya to meet Dashratha. The king greeted him very well. Vishvamitra wanted a favor from Dashratha. The king told that he was ready to give whatever he wanted. Vishvamitra told that he wanted Ram to protect them from the rituals that they were doing by killing the demons. When Dashratha heard this, he was shocked. He told the Brahma Rishi, Ram is a small boy. I could bring an army and kill the demons by myself. Vishwamitra said, This is a solution given to the gods. Ram is the only person who could kill the demons. Dashratha decided to send Ram with Vishwamitra. Lakshmana too accompanied Ram. While they were on their way to the Dandakarnya forest, Vishwamitra said, Ram, Lakshman, we will now be heading towards the Dandakarnya forest. There is a demoness named Tataka. She was a beautiful girl and had a son named Maricha. One day, Maricha did not respect Agastya. Hence, the sage cursed him. The girl got angry and decided to kill Agastya. Agastya cursed her as well, that she would be a demoness named Tataka, a man-eater. You two are the only ones who can kill her. But then Ram said, But Guru, killing a woman is not right. Killing a woman is considered as a great sin. Vishwamitra then replied, Yes, Ram, you're right. But for the welfare of mankind, killing a woman is right. When they reached the Dandakarnya forest, it was afternoon, but the sun was not able to touch the ground of the forest. Vishwamitra then said Ram and Lakshman to repeat a mantra after him. After repeating the mantra, the demoness Tataka appeared. Ram and Lakshman were very brave men, but when they saw Tataka, they were a bit too nervous. But Vishwamitra then said, Ram, Lakshman, this is the demoness. Her name is Tataka. She has killed the poor, children, ages, and sages. If she has killed many people, killing her is the only solution. Encouraged by Vishwamitra's words, Ram shot 2 arrows at Tataka's shoulders, and they got disarmed. But this made her more powerful. Lakshman shot arrows and pierced through Tataka's nose and ears. With this, she began turning into many forms. Vishwamitra then told Ram, Ram, if you don't kill her before sunset, her powers will go to the extent that killing her is impossible. After hearing this, Ram took out his most powerful arrows and aimed it at Tataka's chest, and within a second, Tataka was dead. After seeing this, all the demigods blessed Ram and Lakshman. Vishwamitra felt happy and hugged Ram and Lakshmana.